This is a simple way of generating songs which peak at a specified number of dBs below the 0 dB full-scale value, without the hassle of playing the song through while watching the meters. You may want to do this to avoid potential problems with intersample peaks, which can exceed 0 dB in certain situations when the signal is converted back to analog. Now here's a simple demo with 4 tones at different levels. I've just mixed it down and I'm in mastering mode, and I'll just play the file, and those are the 4 levels, -12, and they're about -6 dBs between each level. So imagine this is your final song and that you've run through any mastering passes for EQ and or compression. And this is the point where you would apply normalisation if you wanted the song to peak at 0 dB. Now I'm going to do exactly this. Press norm, yes, and it scans the file to look for the highest peak. In our case it's -12. It then applies a fixed gain of +12 to the whole of the song. If we play it back now, you can see the meters show the first tone, which was the loudest, is now at 0 dB, the maximum, and the other tones follow with the same relative levels as before. So in other words, the whole song has been boosted by 12 dB, which is all as expected. Now just as an aside, the red lights are nothing to worry about. They light up when the level is at or over 0 dB. So in this case, as long as we trust the normalise process does what it says, it just confirms it's done its job. Right, now for the trick. I'm going to use the compressor to reduce the level. But wait up, you say. The manual clearly says if you use the normalisation process, it must be the last process in the chain. And the reason being that if you apply any more effects, there's a risk of exceeding the 0 dB peak level and causing distortion. Well, all that is true, but in this case I'm only going to use the gain control within the compressor. None of the physical faders have any effect in the mastering stage, so it's the only way of adjusting the gain. So turn off EQ if it's on, turn on the compressor, use the single variant to keep things simple, and we're going to disable any compression by setting the ratio to 1:1. Now I don't think any other controls are effective if the ratio is set this way. You can see the graph is linear, but for peace of mind I'll turn the threshold to 0 and turn off the auto makeup gain. There's the gain control, it's currently set to 0. Now all you need now is to adjust this control to the level you want. You already know the song is peaking at 0 dB by definition because you've just normalised it, so any reduction here will be relative to 0 dB. So let's set it to -2, say. I can now press record and let it run through. Okay, let's take another listen. Turn all effects off, most important. And there we have a master file which is guaranteed to peak at -2 without you having to go through the whole song watching the meters. And you can copy this file to your computer and no further processing is required. Okay, hope that's useful. Bye for now.